That's pretty cold. And the snow has kind of let up over here. It wants to go. There we go. If you like this content, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. But it's still pretty cold out. We're just coming off of a winter weekend here where it was a -3 actual temperature. And then by the time you're all said and done with the wind chill, it was like -25 to -30. So it is cold. We're staying in the garage today. And you guys from the thumbnail can tell what it is that I have. But can I see him over there? You know that I got rid of my Husky saws and I run Stihl. So you could guess from the thumbnail, but it's not a Husky and it's not a Stihl. And you're going to ask yourself, why? Well, I'll explain that in a minute. Leave it in the comments below if you can guess what it is, what brand it is, because obviously you know what it is. And I'll show you. So if you guessed a Homelite saw, then congratulations, you're correct. It's a Homelite 3514C with a very small bar on it. And I'm sure by now you're asking yourself, well, why? Why would you do that when you run Stihl saws and used to run Husky? And anyone who has seen the saws that I have, I only run professional grade saws. I don't even run typically the homeowner Stihl saws or even the mid-grade Stihl saws like the farm and ranch saws. So why this? This is clearly just a homeowner saw. Well, we're still not going to tell you yet, but let's kind of go over this real quick. So it's a Homelite. If I could pull this bar cover off of here, one-handed is hard to do. 14-inch bar, really dinky chain, tip guard on the end, which if you're cutting trees or doing more than, cutting little branches, that's not what you're going to be running on your saws. So in theory, that could come off, but I am not, focus, I'm not going to take that off. So how did I even get this? Well, from a few videos back, you'll remember that we had that white truck in the shop when we picked up the LS tractor. This was sitting in the toolbox. So I inherited this Homelite saw. It's been sitting now for probably 3 months in my possession, and I haven't done a single thing to this at all. I haven't even tried to start it, haven't looked in underneath the caps to see what's going on. Got a heck of a starting sequence over here. So power on, pull back the chain brake, yeah, prime 7 times, full choke, pull 5 times, run, and then pull to start. I don't know, we're going to give it a go, but before I can do anything, I'll probably set you up on a tripod because we're going to make sure this has compression. I assume it does, otherwise I wouldn't expect it to be sitting in a truck. And I'm sure if there is gas and oil in here, it's old, so I got that sitting right there. So we'll address that. I don't know if this is going to be a short video or if it's going to be a long video that I'm going to have to mess with a bunch of stuff on here to get it going, or maybe it's just bound for the scrapyard, but I do have an idea for this, so I'll let you know what it is after we dig into this a little bit and see if it's going to be good or bad. It's 21 degrees out here. It's warmer in the shop or the garage, but it's still not that warm in here. So let's see what we can do. So first step, see what's in here. So a very abysmal amount of old gas and oil. We'll fix that in a minute, but what do we got for bar oil? Ooh, tight. Could not tell you at all how long this has been sitting in here. There we go. Spud wrench for the win. It's actually got half a tank of bar oil, so that part's fine. Before I bother dumping any fuel in here and wasting my time, does it have compression? Oh, yeah. It's got good compression, actually. Ooh. Okay. So it's got good compression, so let's dump a little bit of gas in here. Mixed fuel of gas and oil, not straight gas. Not a lot. Not a full tank, because I don't need it to run long. I just need to see if it runs. And I could see that the fuel line was still attached, so that's good. I have no idea the history of this, other than it was sitting in a truck. I doubt it was the guy that we bought it from. It's probably the person that they bought it from put it on here, so let's follow the instructions. Chain brake on, so stop on. Prime 7 times. The bulb isn't completely rotted out, but I'm noticing, even with the pickup here, not getting any fuel in here. So there's already first challenge. Oh, how's it going? First challenge. Are you gonna prime for me? Be really cool if you did. Well, that's interesting. Hose is in there. It's kind of sucking a little bit, but we'll see if we can do anything with it. Let's pull that all the way out and let's just give it a shot. Anything. I'm just hoping to help it along a little bit. But it seems like that is not going to be the case. So I guess the first thing we'll have to do is tear it and see why it's not getting any fuel primed up. Well, there's part of your problem. This was at the end of the fuel line, and it cracked right off. And also, this thing just feels hard, solid, instead of like a filter anymore. And I've not seen one that looks like this, but I guess that's a Homelite thing. And when I looked into the hose, it was a little bit grody, so I don't know what was in there. I blew it out. There's also like 10 feet of hose sticking out of there. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that down quite a bit because we don't need that much hose in there. And I'm not going to reattach this for right now. I'm just going to cut that, see if we can get fuel going to it, and see if it'll run, because I don't want to start sinking a bunch of money into this if it's not going to work. All right. So I cut that hose down. Fuel filter is off. It's laying on the tractor right there. So let's see if we can even get any fuel to suck up. So the answer, may shock you, is no. No, we cannot. So how would you even go about doing anything with this. Like taking this cover off. It looks like screwdriver down in here. So I have to try and get this cover off somehow and get into this thing. Doesn't look like it's going to be as simple as any other saw, but I don't know. Next step, process of elimination. Well, I don't have necessarily a smoking gun for this, but I can't get it to pump fuel, and I can't even get the cover off of this because, and I don't know that it's going to show up on camera, but there's a T25 Torx bit in here and here, and they are completely rusted. Completely rusted. I mean, there's nothing that I'm going to be doing to get that cover off. They're stripped and grody, and if I can't get it to pump fuel, which nothing's coming into here, and at the same time, I could start tearing this down without the cover on here and try and get at everything that I need to rebuild a carb. However, I don't know how the spark plug is, which is underneath here. I don't know if the piston's any good, and this is just a cheapy saw. I'm not going to use it for business. I have saws. I have plenty of saws. I needed this like I need a hole in my head. However, I did say that I had a plan for this. So even though it's not running, Mrs. Grit and Grind said that she wanted to have a saw that she could call her own, even if it wasn't running. So for right now, I think this might be the death of this thing. I don't know how much I want to put anything in here because this is never going to be worth anything, and if I'm going to be ordering parts, so I know that I can't get fuel. I can probably get to the carb without this cover coming off. I don't want to break this cover, so I don't want to buy another cover, plus I'd have to try and get those out. I don't know if the spark plug's any good. I don't know if the piston's any good. I mean, it's got good compression, but it doesn't seem like this is the saw to throw some money into, because even running, it's not worth a lot, which, you know, it's for a good cause. I'll do anything for my wife, but I don't think it's going to run again. Well, guys, I mean, it wasn't the ending I was hoping for. It started off okay, and, you know, it got to where we're at right now. I don't know, maybe in the future I'll get a bug and want to do something with it. I don't know that I really want to tear into this one. I've torn into a lot of saws, but never a Homelite saw, and I really don't need an abundance of saws, so we can give it to Mrs. Grit and Grind, and she'll be happy that she has a saw of her own, even if it's not running. And maybe that sounds weird to some of you, but it doesn't matter. Happy wife, happy life, and I am more than happy to make sure that she is happy. So we're going to give it to her for now. If she decides that she wants an actual running one or would care for a running one, then we'll revisit that. It's probably not going to be this, unless you tell me you want to see this thing run again. It won't make any sense, but if you really want to see that, I guess I will tear into it. So let me know in the comments below, should I do anything with this, or should I just leave it for scrap like it is and let the wife have her fun? Let me know. If she wants to run a saw, I got plenty of saws that she can run. Other than that, let me know if you like this content. If there's something else that you want to see me do, leave it in the comments below as well. Other than that, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.